Hey, good morning, everybody out there. We're coming off the Super Bowl. Yes, the Monday after the Super Bowl should be like a national holiday because we all stop what we're doing. Even the casual football fans, even people just want to, watch football that one time a year, watch the Super Bowl. But here we are. We're working today, and we're also, I guess, celebrating Super Bowl number 7 for the great Tom Brady. Now, listen, I'm a 49ers fan. I've said this before, Joe Montana was always like the greatest quarterback in my mind. But listen, the debate was over a long time ago. He just reinforced it yesterday, beating Kansas City 31-9. What did you guys think of Tom Terrific and Tampa Bay getting it done?
I mean, it kind of is. It's funny to see everybody overreacting to Tom Brady being the greatest of all time all of a sudden. I mean, is 7 that much greater than 6? I mean, he's been great for a long time.
He really has, but just the number of Super Bowls now are just starting to get staggering. I mean, when you've been there more than all organizations and stuff, it's crazy.
It is. Like, they were trying to make it comparable somehow. We saw Peyton Manning go from the Colts to the Broncos and win a Super Bowl. Michael Jordan, people forget at the end of his career, he went to the Washington Wizards. Obviously, they didn't win an NBA championship, but once in a while, these super elite, I mean, there's great players, and then there's like another echelon of really fantastic athletes, and that's where Tom Brady is. Not a lot can jump to another franchise in the twilight of their career and still win the championship. And Tom Brady, at 43 years old, he even said it on the podium last night after they won the Super Bowl. He's like, yeah, I'll be back next year. He'll be 44 years old, and Tampa Bay will once again be one of the favorites to win a Super Bowl.
He's got to try to run it back, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's like putting them at the favorite now is kind of crazy, especially we know this is going to be an insane offseason with quarterbacks going anywhere. And if anything, this last offseason showed us that one team now can build up in an offseason a la the NBA and win a Super Bowl.
Especially when you have Tom Brady, I guess, man. It just all worked out. I am just still in shock that he did it again.
I think we all are. I mean, 7 Super Bowl titles. He goes to Tampa Bay. And listen, on paper, they did have a lot of great players. But to make it actually come to fruition, actually put it together and get wins is another story. But they did. And as the season got on, because remember, we pointed this out, there was no preseason. There was no preseason games. There's no off-training workouts. There was none of that this year because of the pandemic. So Tampa Bay was kind of learning on the job as the season went along. They were getting better and better and better. And then here we saw them in the playoffs win 3 road games to get back home and beat a Kansas City team 31-9, guys. Kansas City was the hottest team out there, and it really wasn't even close. And shout out to the Buccaneers defense because they were awesome yesterday.
That's true. I mean, they were killing Mahomes.
I mean, that's Brady threw, I think, 3 touchdowns. But, yeah, it's like if there was any one thing that stood out, it was really the Bucs defense as a group, which you can't really give the MVP to the group, but that defense did great.
Held the cheetah down, didn't let the cheetah do anything, and they were all over Mahomes, and that looks like that's the key.
And listen, Mahomes, when you look at his stat line, yeah, it wasn't great. They did not have a single touchdown in the Super Bowl. We're talking about the Chiefs here. But Mahomes, man, he was doing everything he could to pull this team back. And I got to be honest, man, his teammates did not do him any favors. They were dropping balls. They were not trying to come up with big plays when they needed them. I just felt like Mahomes was trying everything he could do. It just simply was not their day. Maybe it was the Bucs defense. Maybe the offense, their receivers and running backs had a day off. I don't know, but it just did not come together for Kansas City on Super Sunday.
It didn't, and Tampa is going wild right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Love the streets, Pat.
This time next year, guys, I'm going to tell you why the Rams or the Chargers will be your Super Bowl champions. Because think about it. I mean, we've talked about this, that this was the first year that the host team, Tampa Bay, actually had the Super Bowl in their stadium. First time, and they won it. So next year, the Super Bowl in 2022 is in Los Angeles at the brand new SoFi Stadium. So if there's a new trend in history now, and maybe we'll say there is, we'll say the Rams or the Chargers will be playing in the Super Bowl and win it next year. How about that?
Hey,
maybe Stafford, maybe Herbert.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
Right?
Slingers.
Same thing. New quarterback on a new team. Brady, the Buccaneers. Stafford and the Rams. Home stadium in Los Angeles. It all comes together like this.
Could be.
Now, Pep, I do have a question. Coming into this week, what day this week should I circle as the day that ruins my week when the Eagles get rid of Carson Wentz?
It could be today. I don't know. It could be later today. Yeah, Carson Wentz. Now it sounds like the Eagles are like, yes, we are going to trade him. It's imminent. It is going to happen. And we knew like there was going to be all these quarterbacks on the move. And Philadelphia was going to have to do something, right, 40? Because they had Wentz and Jalen Hurts, both great quarterbacks. But really, you can only go forward with one of these guys.
But our storyline is this. We got rid of our head coach because he wanted to go with Jalen Hurts over Carson Wentz, so we got rid of him because our team wanted to go with Carson Wentz. We bring in a new coach all based upon his pitch of how he's going to use Carson Wentz, and then we get that new coach, and then we're going to get rid of Carson Wentz.
This is going to be
genius.
It's a good thing for you to bring up, though, because we're going to see a lot of quarterbacks maybe doing some moving around. You could get a quarterback that changes your mind about everything, 40. It's possible.
Right.
And, Carson Wentz has some value. I mean, the Eagles could get some, I don't know, draft picks. Maybe you get some seasoned player in return. Like Philadelphia could have a great young quarterback in Jalen Hurts and get some additional great players for Carson Wentz. So, I mean, if you're trying to be optimistic, there's your glass half full kind of, optimism here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Can the Colts still give us Andrew Luck?
Hey, there's always those rumors. It's going to be kind of exciting to see what happens with all these quarterbacks.
I know. I'm really excited. One quarterback, I think he's staying put, is the MVP quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, with the Green Bay Packers, and it looks like he's not going to move anywhere if Green Bay has their wish. And, he's coming off his third MVP, which was official over the weekend on Saturday. But, guys, did you see this? And I bring this up because there's a local connection here. And he just kind of mildly slipped it in into his speech that he is engaged. Aaron Rodgers is engaged. We didn't know really he was in a serious relationship, and apparently the last serious relationship he was in was with an actress, and I might be getting her name wrong, but Shailene Woodley, and she lists San Bernardino as her hometown.
That's what I'm talking about.
So Aaron Rodgers beat out all of us for a San Bernardino chick.
Well, it doesn't surprise you that much. Did you guys see that he was in the back of a truck in Green Bay with a case of beer or whatever?
That's the way. So Green Bay is that kind of a team where they have to change in their locker room for practice, and then they have to drive to their actual field in full uniform. Wow. That's just the way Green Bay has always been.
When I saw him in the back of that truck with his case of beer and a tailgate, I thought, that's very Burdue.
So that was his lineman's truck, and that was his lineman's case of beer in the back of his truck.
I love it.
So if you're rolling deep in downtown San Bernardino, who knows? You might run into Aaron Rodgers one of these days. If it's like, listen, he did not name Shailene Woodley by name. He just said her, I'm engaged, my fiance, but everyone's kind of connecting the dots and assuming that it's her. And again, if you look her up, I'm not familiar with her, but she's been in a lot of shows and movies and stuff, but she has San Bernardino as her hometown. So that's, I guess, a kind of cool IE connection there.
He needs a down-to-earth girl.
Another girl who will never claim San Bernardino ever again.
Hey, guys, and finally, a little bit of baseball news. I know we've been swamped with football and the Super Bowl, and for good reason, but the Dodgers, the defending World Series champions, only got better this past couple of days as they got the National League Cy Young Award winner, Trevor Bauer, to sign a 3-year, $102 million contract. So you add Bauer to the already very strong pitching staff, and the Dodgers look like, once again, the team to beat in baseball this upcoming season.
He's a good pitcher, and the Dodgers do add another weapon. I would think the only thing with him is he's kind of a loose cannon with his mouth.
Yes.
So that's the only thing that makes me nervous about him is he's kind of one of those dudes where you don't know what he's going to say.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's not a huge household name yet, like a superstar, I would say, Major League Baseball, but he's that guy. If you guys remember this, there was some call in a baseball game. He did not like it, so he grabbed the ball on the pitcher's mound, and he threw it over center field. He threw it over the fence, out of the stadium. He's that guy.
And stormed off. He just stormed into the dugout, just grabbed it and shoved it into the stands.
Nice.
So if you're at Dodger Stadium, if we got fans this year and you're out there and Bauer's pitching, keep your head on a swivel. You might get a ball your way.
He can reach you in the third deck.
Yes. And are the Angels basically just saying hey, we have Mike Trout still, and that's it?
Yeah.
Is that basically all they're doing?
Do you hear those crickets? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Angels are the same.
Yeah. The Angels are the team that needed Bauer, not the Dodgers, but the Dodgers got Bauer. That's how it works.
Okay.
Well, there you go. That's your sports. Hey, Pep, tell me how to get your stuff.
It's Inland Sports. Check us out on social media. There's so much coaching news in Inland Empire High School football. We break it down. That's Inland Sports, social media, and the YouTube channel.
Thanks, Pep.